doing this in one fluid motion and drawing his sword to exactly the right position is going to be much harder than hitting it with a bat. Plus, the samurai's blade is 13 times thinner than a baseball bat. And he has the challenge of slicing the ball precisely in half.
Are we ready?
He's done it. Machi-san sliced the baseball in half. And today is the first time he's attempted this. But the action was far too quick for the human eye to register. To see it in detail, the super slow-motion camera comes into play.
That was just absolutely amazing and beautiful.
Beautiful, faster than an eye blink, so there it was.
Machi-san only had 4/10 of a second to slice the baseball in half. An average human would take 3/10 of a second for their brain just to register the ball being pitched, leaving only 1/10 of a second to move the sword into exactly the right position. And that's less than the blink of an eye. So how is Machi-san able to achieve this amazing feat? Don claims he can cut a bullet fired at him from a BB gun in half. So we've come to a firing range outside the hills of LA to see if it's true. This is the size of the pellet Machi-san would try to slice with his sword.
I honestly don't believe I could cut this if it was stationary on a chopping block with a chef knife. He's going to do it while it's flying through the air with a samurai sword.
Not only is the pellet tiny, over 4,000 times smaller than a baseball, but when it leaves the barrel of the BB gun, it's traveling over 200 miles per hour. Will Machi-san achieve the superhuman feat of slicing it with a sword? I'm Daniel Browning Smith, and I'm on a mission to see if there really are superhumans living among us. I'm in California, where I'm putting a modern-day samurai who claims to have superhuman abilities to the test. Machi-san has already impressed me by slicing a baseball exactly in half. But now I'm putting him to the ultimate test. Can he cut a pellet in mid-flight with a samurai sword? Proving he's different than everybody else on the planet.
Without this slow motion.
This experiment is ready to start. And helping me is Dr. Ramani Dervasula.
Okay, we're ready, Kay.
Kay is going to fire the pellet at Machi-san from a distance of 70 feet. This throws even more variables into the equation. The gun is handheld, so aiming it will not be 100% accurate. Also, even the slightest puff of wind will affect the course of the pellet. Finally, the pale color makes it hard to see against the sky or sandy ground. A normal person would have no chance of seeing the pellet. So we're using a slow motion camera to slow the action down by 250 times.
I heard something.
The only way of knowing if Machi-san has sliced the pellet is to play back the slow motion camera.
There it is.
Oh, it was a bounce.
I mean, it was literally millimeters away from slicing that in half.
But the fact that it even made contact is extraordinary when you think about the size of the pellet, the size of the sword. It's amazing.
This result isn't good enough for Machi-san. For him, it's a matter of honor.
I heard it, but I didn't see it.
I saw a flash. The blade went by.
All right,
So
we're
let's
gonna play
see.
back.
Let's
We're gonna
see what
play
this-
back.
Oh,
Using the slow motion camera, I want to see if Machi-san has achieved the superhuman. Oh man!
wow.
Oh, you can see the
It's just
piece
a
go one
slice.
way and the other one go that way. Oh,
It's
that was
extraordinary.
amazing. But how does Dr. Romney explain what she's just witnessed?
This is about processing at an entirely different sensory level because he's not visually processing. This is a different level of anticipatory processing, something so procedural, something so fluid for him. He's working as a perfectly calibrated machine.